Hello everyone, I am Nishu and I am back again with the same topic of biological classification, Kingdom Monera. And children, we were studying the characteristic features which are possessed by Monerans, especially the bacterians, prokaryotes, organisms. Now children, today we are going to discuss about the life processes which are present in Monerans. So children, starting with the first, that is your respiration. Every living organism has to respire. So your microorganisms like bacteria, they do respire and they do have the two respiration processes, that is your aerobic respiration process and anaerobic respiration process. So respiration occurs by both the process, that is your anaerobic respiration and aerobic respiration. Now children, next point is nutrition. Like any other organisms, they also have two modes of nutrition, that is your autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. And children, these two type of nutrition we are going to discuss in little detail. So children, the two types of nutrition processes are autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Children, autotrophic nutrition is a method where organisms prepare their food by themselves by using raw material. I don't think that it is to be explained now. You are very familiar and you are knowing it very well that what does autotrophic nutrition method means and heterotrophic nutrition means. So I am not going to explain the definition, just in simple word that autotrophic nutrition, in this your organisms are capable of making their food by themselves, and in heterotrophic mode of nutrition they are dependent, organisms are dependent on others for their food. Now children, if I talk about your autotrophic nutrition, then it is of two types among the Monerans, that is your photoautotropic and chemoautotropic. And in heterotrophic, your mode of nutrition is of three types, that is your saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition and symbiotic nutrition. Children, these things we are going to discuss now in detail. So let us begin with the autotrophic nutrition. So children, now let us begin with the photoautotropic mode of nutrition in the bacteria. Now children, this photoautotropic nutrition is also called as photosynthetic nutrition. Children, this is the same process where your sunlight is used, your photons are used for the preparation of the food by the bacterians, by the organisms of the kingdom Monera. So children, the organisms, the process is also called as photosynthetic nutrition. They prepare their own organic food from inorganic raw materials like carbon dioxide, water and hydrogen and all. Now children, here it uses sunlight for the process. Then children, I told you that all the types of cell organelles are absent. But children, if I draw the diagram of a bacteria over here, now this is a cell wall and this is a cell membrane. Now children, here within it your photosynthetic membrane is present. Photosynthetic membrane is present and this photosynthetic membrane is having your thylakoid. They are having thylakoid. And these thylakoids are responsible to contain different type of pigments, photosynthetic pigments, where your photosynthesis process can take place. Photoautotropic nutrition method can be accomplished over there. So children, what is this? This is your photosynthetic membrane. And within this is your thylakoid. Hope children you have understood. So in photosynthetic nutrition, in the photosynthetic organisms, your photosynthetic membrane is present which is having thylakoid inside it. And children, all the photosynthetic pigments are present in the thylakoid. So children, now let us move ahead with the same topic. Children, proceeding with the same topic, I told you that your monerans are having photosynthetic membrane within them, having thylakoid. Now children, there are two types of photosynthetic pigments present, and these photosynthetic pigments are bacteriochlorophyll and bacteriophyophytin. Children, always remember these points are very important, that in phototropic organisms or photosynthetic organisms in the kingdom Monera, they are having photosynthetic membrane. Now this photosynthetic membrane is having thylakoid within them. Then within this thylakoid, your photosynthetic pigments are present. And the two type of photosynthetic pigments are bacteriochlorophyll and bacteriophytin. Now children, there are four types of bacteria. I will be discussing little later. But here what it is, that in case of purple bacteria, bacteriochlorophyll pigment is present, and in case of green bacteria, your bacteriophyophytin is present. Children, I told you that there are four types of bacteria. Now these four types of bacteria, depending upon photosynthetic nutrition method, they are your purple sulfur bacteria, purple non-sulfur bacteria, then green bacteria and green non-sulfur bacteria. These are the children four types of bacteria depending on the photoautotropic nutrition. Now children, I will again repeat that there are four types of bacteria according to your photoautotropic nutrition. They are your purple sulfur bacteria, purple non-sulfur bacteria, green sulfur bacteria and green non-sulfur bacteria. Now children, moving back, that according to photosynthetic pigments, there are two type of pigments, your bacteriochlorophyll and bacteriophyophytin. Bacteriochlorophyll is present in your purple bacteria and bacteriophyophytin is present in green bacteria. Now children, I am moving ahead with the topic. Now children, your bacterians or monerans are anoxygenic photosynthesis. Anoxygenic photosynthesis occurs in the photoautotropic nutrition. Now what is anoxygenic? Now children, you know that in a simple photosynthesis process, oxygen is released as a byproduct. But here in this process, some of the bacterians, they do not release oxygen as a byproduct. Hence, it is called as anoxygenic photosynthesis. It is clear to you that some of the bacterians present in the kingdom Monera, they do not release oxygen. Hence, the photosynthesis process is called as anoxygenic photosynthesis. Now children, it is very common that everywhere water is used as a reducing agent, but here in this process, some of the bacteria, they do not use water as a reducing agent. So if they are not using water as a reducing agent, then what are they using? So they are using compounds like hydrogen, sodium thiosulfate and your propyl alcohol, and many more are there. So if water is not used as a reducing agent, so in place of that, compounds like hydrogen, sodium thiosulfide, propyl alcohol, these are used. And children, your NAD plus is the hydrogen acceptor in this process. Nicotinamide adenine diphosphate, NAD, is the hydrogen acceptor in the process of photoautotropic nutrition. Now children, hope this is clear to you all. Now I will be moving to the chemosynthetic nutrition. Now children, moving ahead with the next part of nutrition method, which is your chemosynthetic nutrition. Now children, this chemosynthetic or chemoautotropic nutrition, what happens during this process? That it helps in preparation their food. Organisms, they prepare their food by the oxidation. Oxidation means breaking down. So by the oxidation of inorganic materials present in the environment like carbon dioxide, hydrogen and all other types of inorganic materials. So children, these type of bacterians or the organisms belonging to kingdom Monera, they utilizes the raw material which is present in the environment. and these raw materials are in form of inorganic material. So these inorganic materials, they utilize from the environment and it is oxidized. It is broken down to produce organic materials as a food. So children, here, and in how? In absence of sunlight. So in the chemoautotropic nutrition, sunlight is not used. In photosynthesis, by the name only you can consider it that photoautotropic, with the utilization of photons when the food manufacture takes place. And here it is chemoautotropic, that in absence of sunlight, with the helps of inorganic material present in the environment, when organic food material is formed. So here children, it is the organism prepare their food by the oxidation of inorganic material present in environment. Now children, they do not use sunlight. Then children uses energy from the exergonic chemical reactions. Now children, in the food reaction, in the food synthesis process, energy is required. So from where do they get this energy to produce their food? So they use or they get this energy from different type of exergonic chemical reactions. Now what is exergonic? Exergonic means energy releasing chemical reactions. So certain chemical reactions takes place over here, during which your energy is released. So that energy is trapped during this chemoautotropic nutrition. So during chemical reaction, when certain energy is released, energy is trapped, and that energy is utilized in the formation of ATP. And now with the help of ATP, your energy is used in synthesis of organic material from inorganic material. Hope children, you have understood that how chemoautotropic nutrition is taking place. It is taking place, first point, in absence of sunlight. Then it is utilizing the inorganic raw material present in the environment like carbon dioxide, etc. Then they are getting energy from the exergonic chemical reactions. Now the energy released during exergonic chemical reaction is trapped and then it is utilized in the formation of ATP. Then this energy is utilized in the formation of process. Hence the whole chemoautotropic process is an oxidation process where your from inorganic material, organic food material is produced. Now children, this chemoautotropic nutrition, depending on this topic, the monarans or the organism belonging to this type of group, they are 6 type of organism. Now let us see children that what are the 6 types of chemoautotropic nutrition method. Now children, let us move ahead with the 6 types of chemoautotropic nutrition. Now among the 6 types, the first one is nitrifying bacteria. And children, this nitrifying bacteria helps in oxidation of ammonia to nitrite. Nitrifying bacteria is helping oxidation of ammonia to nitrite. And children, examples are Nitrosomonas and Nitrococcus. Now children, the another type of bacteria is your sulfur bacteria, and it is helping in oxidizing hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. Hydrogen sulfide is oxidized into sulfur, and children, example is nitrifying bacteria. Now the next 2 type of bacteria are chemoautotropic bacteria are iron bacteria and hydrogen bacteria. So children, your iron bacteria helps in oxidizing ferrous compounds into ferric forms, and example is Ferrobacillus. And your hydrogen bacteria helps in oxidizing hydrogen to its different compounds, and the example is Hydrogenomonas. Children, till yet I have discussed about nitrifying bacteria, sulfur bacteria, iron bacteria and hydrogen bacteria. 2 more are left which I will be discussing. And the next 2 are children carboxylobacteria and methane bacteria. Now children, carboxylobacteria helps in oxidizing carbon monoxide into carbon dioxide. Example is Pseudomonas. And your methane bacteria helps in oxidizing methane into carbon dioxide and water. And example is Methylomonas and Methylobacter. So children, these were the 6 different types of chemoautotropic bacterians or organism belonging to kingdom Monera. I'll again repeat the names: your nitrifying bacteria, sulfur bacteria, iron bacteria, hydrogen bacteria, carboxydo bacteria, and your methane bacteria. Now let us move, children, to the heterotrophic mode of nutrition among the kingdom Moneran organism. Now children, moving to the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now it is very clear that the organisms obtain their food from external sources. They cannot prepare their food, so they are dependent on others for deriving their food. Now children, the various modes which is adopted in the heterotrophic mode of nutrition is your saprotrophic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, and symbiotic nutrition. I don't think that there is much to explain about these. Saprotrophic, you are knowing that the organisms, many type of bacteria are there which are feeding upon dead and decomposed materials. So some of the bacteria belong to those group. Parasitic, some of the bacteria are residing on the host body and taking nutrition from there. And symbiotic, they are having mutual understanding. Some of the organisms, some of the bacteria belonging to this group, they are having symbiosis, mutual understanding among the two type of organisms. So children, these were the different modes of heterotrophic nutrition. Now children, I'll be moving to the next life process in the kingdom Monera, that is your reproduction. Now children, moving to the next life process, which is your reproduction. Now, like all the other organisms in kingdom Monera, in bacterians also, both the methods of reproduction occurs. That is your asexual method and your sexual method. Both the processes occurs over here. Now, if I start with the asexual method, then in this method, various types of methods are adopted, like your fission method, budding method, spore formation, fragmentation. With all these processes, you are very much familiar, and as I am discussing the characteristic features of the kingdom Monera, so I am not going to explain here again the process that how the reproduction method is going to take place. But in a simple form, what it is, that fission, you know that dividing the organism into two parts. Budding, a small extra outgrowth occurs which develops into a new offspring. Spore formation, many of the organisms are having many small spore, and those spores develop into new organism. Fragmentation, body divides into many parts and then they develop into new organism. So children, these are the various types of methods of asexual reproduction, and now I will be moving to the sexual reproduction. Now children, moving to the next part of the reproduction, that is sexual reproduction. Children, I told you that Monerans possess both the type of reproduction, sexual reproduction as well as asexual reproduction. But children, always remember, asexual reproduction doesn't occur in kingdom Monera. In bacterians, sexual reproduction doesn't occur. Why? The reason behind this is that the different gametes, the male and female gametes, are not there. So gamete formation doesn't take place. So when there is no gametes, the question of fusion also comes, that the fusion will not take place. So as your gamete formation and fusion is not taking place, so we can say that sexual reproduction doesn't happen in case of kingdom Moneran. But I told you that sexual reproduction occurs. Why? On the basis of combination of the genes. The genetic material are getting mixed with each other. So here children, what happens? That sexual reproduction is absent. Then gamete formation and fusion do not take place. But children, however, gene recombination occurs. This is one of the most important character in the reproduction method of Monerans, of bacterians, that in spite of not having sexual reproduction, they have a sort of reproduction process where your gene recombination takes place, and it can be considered under the heading of sexual reproduction. But the actual gamete formation and fusion is not taking place. What is taking place? That is your gene recombination. And children, this gene recombination is completed by 3 methods. There are 3 methods by which your gene recombination can occur. And what are they? They are your conjugation, second is your transformation, and third is your transduction. Children, again I'll repeat the name: conjugation, transformation and transduction. And children, not much but little I'll be giving information regarding these 3 terms. Now children, beginning with the conjugation method of gene recombination method. Now children, this method of gene recombination, conjugation, it was discovered by Laderberg and Tatum. And children, it was discovered in Escherichia coli. Now children, what do you mean by conjugation? Conjugation means to conjugate, to come closer. If this is one cell and this is the another cell, when both the cells are coming together and getting fused with each other, getting attached with each other, this is conjugation. Now in case of bacterians, children, what happens? Now here in this case, what will happen, that suppose this is one of the bacteria and this is another bacteria. This bacteria is having its own genetic material and it is having its own genetic material. Now children, what will happen? These 2 bacteria will come close to each other and they will be fused. Their cell to cell contact they will be having. Now they are having cell to cell contact, and while this process, their DNA material, their genetic material is also coming close to each other. Now children, as a result, what will happen next? That this wall will get fused, the in-between wall will get dissolved and the genetic material will get mixed with each other. The genetic material will get mixed with each other. The genetic material of this bacteria and genetic material of this bacteria will get mixed with each other. Then some of the characters, then 2 offsprings bacteria will be producing. Now this genetic material have got mixed to each other. The characters present in this genetic material have got intermingled with each other. They have got mixed up with each other. And then what will happen? The part will break and it will be going to the another part. This will be going to the another bacteria. So characters of both the bacteria will be transferred to both the bacteria here. Now children, this is what your conjugation means. This was your conjugation, where your internal contact between the cell to cell of the bacteria is getting place. So children, this was discovered by Laderberg and Tatum in your bacteria called as Escherichia coli, E. coli, and the process is called as conjugation. Now I will be explaining you the transformation method. Children, the next process is transformation. By the name only you can understand that something is being transformed from one form to another form. Now children, this process was discovered by Griffith, and what actually happens in this process, that it is a change in a genetic constitution, in a genetic material of a bacterium. Where it is a change? It is a change in the genetic material of a bacteria. How? By picking genes of its dead relatives. Now this bacteria is going to pick the genes of whom? Of the relative of this bacteria only. Now this bacteria, I am talking about this first bacteria who is alive, and this live bacteria is going to pick the genetic material from its dead bacteria, from the relative of the dead one, and then it is going to integrate that genetic material into its own nucleoid. So genes are being transferred, and then that relative, it means that children, genetic material is never dying, genetic material is alive. Organisms will die, but genetic material will always be working. So genetic material from the dead organisms is picked up by the bacteria, and then it is incorporated into its own genetic material, and then the characters are being formed. So this was about your transformation, and it was discovered by Griffith. Now children, I will be moving to the last part of the reproduction, last type, that is your transduction. Now children, what happens during transduction? This was discovered by Ginder and Laderberg. It was discovered in Salmonella typhi, a type of bacteria. Now children, what happens here? In this process of crossing over genes from one bacterium to another through the agency of viruses. Now here children, agencies are needed. An intermediate organism is needed, and that intermediate organisms are viruses, the different type of viruses. What? That it is the process of crossing over genes from one bacterium to another through the agency of viruses. So here children, this is what your transduction says, that transduction was discovered by Ginder and Laderberg. It was discovered in Salmonella typhi. Now children, this whole process I have completed. All the characteristic features I have explained it very nicely. Hope you have understood. And now what is left in this topic is that the types of kingdom Monera, that is Archaebacteria and Eubacteria, which I will be completing in the coming videos. Hope children, the today's session was clear to you all. Thank you.